Julius. I fall in the category of the people whose murder you call for. Although I speak for myself, I may also speak for those who happen to agree with what I say. No matter how you try to justify your chanting of "kill the Boer, kill the farmer," calling it a revolutionary song, and also directing your followers to shoot to kill, these words have meaning and effect. You are calling for the murder of people. You want to portray this big boy image. You make these utterances while surrounded by your followers, knowing full well that the state is too weak to deal with you in the manner it should. You have fallen into your own trap. In order to increasingly grasp the imagination of your followers, you have to elevate your destructive rhetoric and the theatrics of your performance. This is not going to end well for you. There are many examples in history which illustrate the fate of propagandistic leaders. Your words have consequences. Farmers are indeed the victims of the most brutal murders. The extent to which these brutalities are influenced by your direction and encouragement may escape the state's judgment, but it will not escape eternal judgment. I am indeed disturbed by your indiscretions, but not for the reasons you think. My life and my future are not in your hands, nor in the hands of those foolish enough to be influenced by your indiscretions. I am disturbed by the impact your words may have on our nation. You see, when you call for the murder of one group, it impacts on the fiber of the whole nation. While a farmer is murdered every day, 70 other murders are also committed in South Africa. You are indeed carving out a very grim future for yourself, and unfortunately, for those who follow you. The fact that you, at least on the surface, are getting away with your destructive conduct simply emphasizes how sick our nation is. That is what I find most disturbing. Nobody escapes the punishment from those whom he has misled. The day your followers realize that you have misled them, they will turn on you. That will be the first part of your judgment. The second part is the torment you will face when you realize you were the author of your own demise. And then there is eternal judgment. I suggest, Julius, that you seriously reconsider your ways.
Number one, people have to dig the background of the judge. I mean, you talk about Toinette Olivier. She's a former student from DF Malan War School in Pretoria. You check the history of that school and the students that are coming there, and you check her affiliation. She's a member of Solidarity. She's a member of Afriforum. Fortunately enough, we were able to get some information to some of the members of the Afriforum who were able to send them some of the most important information that she indeed a member of the Afriforum. And now she's an Afrikaaner. Now we are sitting here at this point. You've got Afrikaners in South Africa who were mobilizing the US government to put sanctions in South Africa to make sure that they are frustrating the black government in our country so that there could be no transformation, there could be no progress, because they want to bring back apartheid by means of backdoors and all that stuff. So clearly now you've got a certain magistrate. This magistrate is sitting for a case of a very important figure in our country, and figure that was been called by Trump in the White House, in Oval Office, mention his name in the Oval Office, and you want to tell me this Afrikaner lady won't want to come up as a hero or heroine in that community and make sure that she find the leader of the EFF guilty? Clearly, I mean, a sober person could see that this was a planned, orchestrated case, and you can see even the charges, even how she reached the findings. to find the leader of the EFF guilty, you could find that no, she didn't have any absolutely tangible, concrete evidence or reasonable or grounds to say, I'm finding this guy guilty based on this and that. You know, it is a pure racism.
What did Malema mean by singing that song?
Yes, he was quoting a liberation chant, kill the Boer, kill the farmer. I myself, as a white liberation fighter, formerly in the ANC and of Umkhonto we Sizwe, often sang that song. And I understood very clearly that it was not directed at individual whites. It was directed against a system which today is still very much in place. And that was exactly the interpretation of the Equality Court. When Malema was taken to the Equality Court in South Africa ruled in favor of him and said, no, this is not hate speech. We understand the historical context where it comes from. And he explained it himself several times. But here you've got a white reactionary response from the Democratic Alliance trying to mobilize white people in South Africa on the most base fears that they can possibly whip up. And this is the ridiculous fear that there is a project in South Africa to kill white people. It is not true, but certainly there must be a campaign in South Africa to fight against white monopoly capitalism and to bring about radical economic transformation. And my party can associate it with the economic freedom fighters and, as I've said, other progressive parties to achieve that objective.
I like the fact that you clarified that fact, you know, that the kill the Boer, kill the farmer is like an all-time liberation song, because we've seen the back and forth in courts. You know, this is years now that this has been going on, and even now more refreshed after.
I have to thank Mr. Julius Malema, because if it hadn't been for his narratives, I was in danger of becoming totally irrelevant. I mean, you guys have forgotten about us. Firstly, I don't live in Stellenbosch. I don't know I can be part of the Stellenbosch mafia. We live in Somerset West. And I haven't been given an award for so long until Mr. Malema arrived. And he pointed out to me that I was running the ANC, the DA, the SARS, by the way, like El SARS. And now, of course, people have left him, and they now say, I'm controlling Julius. I've never met him. But I did send him a text message through a friend that if he doesn't stop lying about me, I'm going to tell the world that I actually do give him money. All I have to do is to put the little text out and then make it look like it was an accidental direct message and lie. All I have to say is, I've met you, I like you, and I'm actually backing you. So stop lying about me, and I won't lie about our relationship. I've never met you, but I promise you, two can play the game.